Shalom, Rabbi Wilhelm. Wow, look at this. Thank you so much for giving me a ride. To answer your question, by the way, like if I'm not afraid of, like hitchhiking or whatever is with strangers, I mean, you told me like, this could be, murders, whatever it is. So, I mean, I have to tell you, there can't be, what's the likelihood of having, like two murderers in the same car?
Way, what a joke.
Anyway, so we have over here a couple of new books over here, printed by some Sfarim by Rabbi. I don't know who wrote this. There's no name. I guess the person is embarrassed of their work. How come their name is not on here? Let's see.
The person must be very
hidden.
humble. The person must be very humble.
Oh, look at this humble person. It's you.
Yeah.
You're so humble.
That's me.
So maybe because you're so humble, you could tell us a little something. Koach Nissen, do everything that you can do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So today, this week,
after something.
So this week today is Chav Ches Nissen, a very important date in our calendar. It's a date that gives us a boost of energy to wake up, as they say, smell the coffee, which I didn't have yet.
I could see that.
And it's this week is a double parsha, Tazriya מצורע. This week it's Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. You have to eat extra kugel. Bet I'm saying you'll find a place to eat extra kugel. Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. What's your favorite kugel, Big? What's your favorite tasting kugel?
I don't know. Potato.
Potato? What happened to salt and pepper?
That's also good.
What happened to Lakshan?
It's also good.
You're a Shalmi?
Kulam ahuvim.
They sell over here Shalom Bayis kugels. 7-layer kugel, a layer of everyone. Anyways,
I see that you had a couple of slices.
Let's talk. You're almost getting to your stop, so let's get. I want to tell everybody that last week when I dropped off Benzine on the bus, he made it late to the bus, so I had to chase the bus with him. We almost went halfway down to Manhattan until we flagged down the bus driver. Anyways, so let's go to Tazriya. If I want to tell you, the theme of this, if you have to take out one nekuda from the kishkis of this parsha, wherever you turn, it's all about midah keneged midah. It's all about midah. Remember midah keneged midah. Before I give you the examples, I'll tell you an interesting story about midah keneged midah. There is this person that was good enough that he came to shul for all davening, but like many people, he did come to shul, but he always came 2 minutes late, 5 minutes on time. He couldn't come, and the rabbi would always scream at him. Say, why can't you just come on time? You're so good, you're coming to shul. He says, Rabbi, what's the difference? The bottom line is I come. And I make up quickly what I missed. He said, what can you tell a person like that? A couple of months later, the guy starts showing up in time. He says, the rabbi says to him, what happened? He says, I learned my lesson. My store, Rahman al-Islam, went on fire, and I called the fire department, and they came, Taka. But they came 10 minutes late. So I'm screaming at them. I said, what's going on? He said, what's the difference? We showed up. What's the difference? We showed up a minute or two early. That was the lesson. Anyways, so that's a lesson for me to come in neged midah. So in this week's parsha, obviously it's talking about tzaras. It's talking about all these Talmudic things that a person gets and what the solution to tzaras is.
Is that like a little spot on your skin?
Chas v'shalom.
Okay, just wondering.
Chas v'shalom. Anyways, so let's talk about a couple of the kudus of tzaras and see the lesson of midah keneged midah. We all know that tzaras, one of the main reasons why tzaras happens is because a person talks lashon hara. So when he talks lashon hara, it's interesting to note that in the last week's parsha, it's all about make sure you're clean on what you put into your mouth. It's all the kosher foods, the kosher animals. And this week's is make sure you're clean what comes out of your mouth, lashon hara and all that.
1 second, I heard a word, an interesting word that said that you're not allowed to repeat lashon hara, so you have to listen good the first time.
So listen, so you have to be careful not to speak lashon hara, and that's why if chas v'shalom a person speaks lashon hara, he has tzaras, and the punishment for tzaras is badod. He has to go mechutz lamachna, even further than the other tameim, because he caused separation amongst people. He caused animosity amongst people. You have to be yourself. You can't be amongst people. Even, so much so whereas by other tumas, fellow tmeim could sit next to you. According to many opinions, the Mitzoraim can't even sit a Mitzoraim amongst themselves. You are completely a badad. Now, I want you to know the badad.
What did you call me?
Badad. Now, in when you hear the word badad, there's a famous pasuk that everybody knows from Eicha Yashla Badad. Over there, that badad has a lot of Mefarshim explaining what it means. It's Gematria 10, that the Yidden that time didn't keep Torah mitzvahs, they didn't keep Aseres Adibris. But I looked through. I looked through a book that has the explanations on Eicha, and somebody says the Badad is a Rosh Tevis B'chol Drachecha De'eu.
Ooh.
And I think that it's also applicable here. That who talks lashon hara? A guy who doesn't believe that b'chol drachecha de'eu, the Eibishter could be found in anything, which is brought.
Was that the police that just stopped us?
Yes.
And what did he tell you?
He wanted to tell. He told me that you shouldn't stop.
Get out of here.
You shouldn't stop even for a moment at a handicap area.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, let's get this done. So the Ben Ish Chai says.
The police didn't catch you. Okay, hold on.
The Ben Ish Chai says the reason why one of the things you do to Mitzorah is shave his hair after he becomes tar. The Ben Ish Chai says because the reason a person talks tzaras, the reason why a person talks lashon hara is because he believes you're taking away from somebody else. You believe that somebody else is taking away from you. Why does that guy have what I should have? So therefore, we shave the person's hair to show, just like when you see there's so many hairs in a person's skull, in a person's head, and when you shave, you could tell that not one hair space takes over another one. Everyone has its own sustenance. Everyone has its own chayis, and you have nothing to worry about. So too, a person should know there's no reason to challenge somebody else and talk about somebody else, because the Eibishter takes care of everybody. That's incidentally another level of another proof of media connecting the by the tzaras. Okay. Anyway, so who do you go to clean up? Who do you go to decide if the tzaras is an issue or not? You go to the kohen. Why to the kohen? For the same reason, because the kohen, you talk lashon hara, cause separation. The kohen is symbolic for the exact opposite of separation. The kohen is oyev shalom, v'reidav shalom. So everything has this balance. And last but not least, the Torah refers to tzaras, nega tzaras. Take those two words. Take the word nega, if you flip it around, is oineg. Take the word tzaras, if you flip it around, it's atzeres. What does that show? That the opposite of a tzaras, the opposite of a nega, is oineg Shabbos. Shabbos is when you're in a status of
Atzeres. How's that connected to Shabbos?
Atzeres is Yom Tov. Hello.
Yeah, Yom Tov.
So when you
Shabbos now.
No, it's when you in the days of Shabbos and Yom Tov, when a person looks at things a little more spiritual, a little more edel, and a person doesn't have the reason to talk lashon hara, and because he's seeing things from a different set of glasses, that is the remedy to keep away from lashon hara, which is the remedy to keep away from any negativity in tzaras. And this is what the theme of the parsha is. Again, always look at things on the positive side, and you won't have any reason to be jealous and talk about other people.
In order for me not to talk about you, I need to also make sure that you speak about Koyach Nissen, otherwise there's going to be a lot of talk. Today's Koyach Nissen.
So Koyach Nissen is...
What's it all about, Rabbi?
The Rebbe says, it's up to you. You know, it's not only... Of course, we have the help from all the tzaddikim and the Rebbe to guide us and give it a shine light, but it's up to us. It's up to us. We gotta act. We gotta act. Okay. Yeah, but look. Can I look at look how many people are waiting? They're gonna daven in the minyan on the bus, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of the people that are waiting for your video.